Appreciate Caleb holding this open mic. Asheville's an awesome town to be doing poetry in.
So how you doing with the
There is an open door somewhere in the universe, perpetually calling us to journey closer to the sound of beauty. Inviting all the tears we feel about loss and ugliness to cascade on the floor beneath us. Like a great sadness loosened, like remnants leading us to a mysterious threshold, one that we rarely think about crossing over. Too big, too small, no time. And then we wonder why we feel cramped and silent. If that doorway which calls us could entice us through, perhaps we would find a prayer, like a symphony in our voice, slipping from us like praise, emerging from us like the sound of a single sigh. For all that beauty which we have walked into and become. This next poem is called Grief. Grief, my tag-along noble friend. Grief that I was born with, brought in on the tunes from Cairo, smuggled in from Las Cruces, nurtured into being on a reservation. Grief, my wrenching alcoholic father, mother, sister story. I need you no more. You have served me well. Remembered my birthdays and Christmas. Been there late at night. I don't know why I've outgrown your ashen, lonely colors, your pursed, downturned lips, your empty house, blood red and rageful. Rageful into the dusk and dawn of chained existence. Go. Go and find your peace elsewhere. This heart is birthing love. This next poem, I was walking in the DuPont forest in the Brevard recently, and this man, whose name I did not know, turned to me and said, "My life so far has been like trying to put a very large love through a pinhole." And I said, "Oh, that's a good line, can I have that?" So I wrote a poem and called him up after I wrote it, and it turned out it was Sid Jordan who started the Prominent Institute in Marshall. And Sid had brought the great Robert Bly here to Asheville and loved poetry. And I was sitting on my porch trying to finish this poem, and I couldn't quite get the ending, and one of the violin player from the Buckarettes all-girl band was sitting with me, and she told me this story about a woman who was quite young and she had cancer, and she knew she was going to die. And she wanted to sort of thank the universe for her life, and so she was walking on the beach and she found some objects on the beach, and she built a shrine to her life to say thank you for the short time she had had here. And also touched by that story that became the end of the poem. It's called Shrine.